One of the biggest reasons why I become champion, I think this is about my mental part. How I can control my emotional, you know. I think I can control anything. Anything happen with me in the world.
We'll tell you this, Joe. You will never in life meet a hater do better than you.
That's a fact.
If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful. Start putting some pressure on. Put some pressure on yourself.
If someone calls you fucking fat, they may be bullying you, but you might be fucking fat. Someone calls you dumb, it's mean, but you might be fucking dumb.
And that terrible feeling when someone does tell you that you're fat, you can use that as fuel.
As fuel.
Before you can do something, you must first be something. Before you can do what you would most like to do, you must first become the person who can do it.
Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. So the question is, who should you defeat in the final analysis? And the answer is, you should defeat your former self. You should be constantly trying to do that. And you're the right control for yourself too, because you're the one who's had all your advantage.
12 rules you have. Your rule number 1 is stand up straight with your shoulders straight. Number 2 is treat yourself like someone you're responsible for helping. 3 is befriend people who want the best for you. 4 is compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not the useless person you are today. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Set your house in order before you criticize the world. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Tell the truth, or at least don't lie. That's number 8. Assume the person you're listening to knows something you don't. Be precise in your speech. Do not bother children while they're skateboarding. And last but not least, pet a cat when you encounter one in the street.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is the conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nashville. There's no one that can match me. My style is the...
There's so many fragile young people, right? When they take a loss, it is over.
Like, those who win lose, because like our winning is like what's celebrated, it's remembered, but our growth comes from our losses.
How many things would you attempt if you knew you could not fail?
If you only talk about money, then everyone you talk to is going to talk about money. Because you don't talk about nothing else. Your friends who want to talk about FIFA and video games aren't going to want to talk to you anymore. When you sit down, you're going to start talking about money. Remember, like, I don't know, man, I'm trying to play FIFA.
The purpose of going for a hike, ironically, is not to get to the top. It's to be on the trail. If you focus on the freaking trail, whatever step you're on, and you keep reminding yourself, this is going to lead me somewhere, that is where the meaning comes in your life. Because
Superpower of learning to be alone and enjoying it. During those rare times is when you really get to understand what you actually believe or don't believe.
It's just that instead of paying a therapist to sit there and listen to you, you're listening to yourself. And there comes a day when you sit down, you realize the only things you're thinking about are things that happened yesterday.
Man, I'm built different, period. I rarely go out, and I always felt like if other cats was out partying and I was home studying, I would have an edge. I'm literally like, all right, I will party later. I work hard now, so the second half of my life I can do whatever the fuck I want. That's been my mentality. It's like, I'm not going to trick off my early years for partying and then worry about struggling, how I'm going to make it, how I'm going to take care of my family, how I'm going to take care of everybody else. Like, that's not going to be me. I'm going to grind it out now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to set up the foundation so I can enjoy myself later. That's always been my mentality.
I told my wife when I got with her, I said, look, I'll do anything for you, except one thing. I will not give up on my dream. If I got to surrender my dream, I'd rather be alone. Because if I abandon my dream, I'll abandon you. I truly believe that. I see so many people. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. You talk about that you were kind of, lonely.
I have a formula for mental health. And it's, you do something for your mind, something for your body, and something for your soul every day. You get the right amount of sleep. You practice gratitude, and you be where your feet are, meaning you put your phone down and get your head up.
When you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but actually, you've been planted.
Keeping the failure up only means you're going to succeed. A child, when learning to walk, falls 1,000 times and never thinks to himself, maybe this walking thing isn't for me. He just keeps getting up and trying.
No one can live without a routine. You just forget that. If you guys don't have a routine, I would recommend, like, you get one going, because you cannot be mentally healthy without a routine. You need to pick a time to get up. Whatever time you want, but pick one and stick to it, because otherwise you dysregulate your circadian rhythms and they regulate your mood. A schedule, that's a good thing, man. Your brain will thank you for it. It will stabilize your nervous system.